Hey, welcome to another episode in this week in Caribbean Startups. It's a weekly show that's about Caribbean digital rock stars and their sun-kissed innovations. What I'm doing is sharing short stories about all kinds of entrepreneurs who are future-proofing the Caribbean using technology. So you'll know a little bit about what problems they're solving, what trends they're riding, and how they're making money doing it. So, welcome to the Caribbean that's beyond the beach. Hi, my name is Ingrid Riley. Now, in every episode, I'm going to be doing three things. I'm going to be talking about three Caribbean startups. One that's pretty much like an OG or a tech pioneer in the space. Another that I believe you really, really, really must know about. And then the third is kind of like a wild card startup that may have you thinking, they're really making money doing that? So let me start with the OG tech pioneer startup of this week, which is NotesMaster. Now, NotesMaster was made in Jamaica, and it's an Edtech or an educational technology company. What it really is, it's an e-learning platform that enables students and educators from different countries to learn and share materials and use familiar, syllabus frameworks that reflect their own curriculum. So right now, NotesMaster operates in 4 Caribbean countries and 5 African markets. And it was founded in 2010. Hence, of course, they're an OG, they're a tech pioneer. And when they started in 2010, it was just 3 years after could be called the Caribbean's first EdTech startup wave, which actually began in Trinidad with CaribbeanTutors.com. And CaribbeanTutors.com was, in fact, the region's first online school that focused on preparing high school students for CXC exams. So, NotesMaster, how do they make money? Subscriptions. They have a subscription model. So they charge parents, they charge students and the schools that they attend to access this platform and access all the educational materials that is there. So that's the OG Tech Pioneer startup of this week, NotesMaster. Now, in this next segment, which I call You Really Have to Know About This Startup, I'm actually doing something a little bit to the left where kind of squeezed in two short ones for this segment. Why? Because it's about two legacy financial services companies that have just launched their fintech startups. And so the first one is the National Commercial Bank, NCB, Jamaica's biggest bank. They recently launched Link, a digital wallet startup. And it's the first digital wallet to have been given approval by the Jamaican Central Bank, Bank of Jamaica. And when I say legacy, I mean legacy. NCB goes as far back as 170 years to the colonial days when it was Colonial Bank of London, England. But in its current form, it's 47 years old under the new management, the new owner, the Jamaican Canadian billionaire Michael Lee Chin. So, how does this Link startup make money from their digital wallet? Pretty much it's standard globally, where once they've built up an ecosystem of people who are using the platform and are used to sending peer-to-peer money to each other, then of course the merchants come on board. And so what they do is take a small percentage of each transaction made through their apps by merchants who are seeking to do business in the ecosystem, and of course with that customer base. And okay, so the second legacy bank that have just recently, launched a fintech startup is the Victoria Mutual Building Society, VMBS. And VMBS is a 143-year-old. It's a financial institution based in Jamaica, and they have just launched their fintech arm, VM Innovations Limited. And they promptly popped out their first product called Prop Man. They're in basically what is called the prop tech sector or property technology. Now, Propman is a digital property and community management SaaS tool or software as a service tool. And so this software as a service platform kind of makes it easy for property owners to manage their homes and investments. And it also offers the management of strata tasks like security and payments and account tracking, monitoring, and stuff like that. So, how do they make money? The usual subscriptions. So, I pretty much think that what they'll do is to put together subscription packages based on features that you want to have access, and you can of course pay quarterly or yearly. So yes, so NCB and VMBS are the old guard, the legacy banks that playing catch up in the very hot, still hot and growing fintech sector in the region and around the world. And so yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening to This Week in Caribbean Startup Show. If you like what you hear, then subscribe and share it with your friends. And we drop one every Tuesday, wherever it is that you're listening, whether you're listening on Spotify or Google or iTunes. Subscribe there so when we publish a new one, you'll be the first to know. And of course, if you know of any Caribbean digital rock stars that we should know about, whatever sector they're in, whether it's fintech, crypto, edtech, digital wellness, whatever it is, we're really open to knowing more about who is out there. But we have like a bunch of content coming up for you. But if you know of any, email me at ingrid@SiliconCaribe.com. So until next week, I'm Ingrid Riley. Take it easy.